44, 45, and 46. And it looks like it is showtime for our ACT Tour Type 50-lap open late model event.
As the pace car peels off onto pit road, Woody Pitcat and Ryan Lynham in the front row get the green flag out of turn 4, and Pitcat gets the jump in the 91.
Boy, 3 wide right behind him, and the man inserting himself is Nick Johnson as he is able to rabble-rouse his way into second. Here's Ryan Lynham. He is in third, but he is getting a visit from Jake Johnson in the 15.
Yeah, Johnson is right there. So is Derek Luchacki in the 03. Right behind him, bouncing off of each other, the 22 of Jennison and the 5 of Tom Carey.
Now making a move, the 5 of Carey on the outside, and he is trying to get by Luchacki. And he is on the verge of doing that. A big lead opened up by Woody Pitcat. In just 2 laps, he has carved open a lead of 9/10 of a second over Nick Johnson. It only took him 2 laps to do it.
Boy, yeah, he shot right out when the green flag came down, and then now we could call it running away with it. Great battle for second. Here's Lyman down on the inside in the number 10. Lynham working down the bottom, trying to hold on to that second spot.
And he did a good job of doing it. Sucking it in behind him is Nick Johnson. And the man on a rampage right now in car number 03 is Dennis Luchacki. And Carey has moved to the inside, and he is trying to machete his way toward the front.
Right behind that 03 of Luchacki, trying to take the spot away. Luchacki gets into a clear third spot. Here's Carey working the bottom underneath Luchacki. He is currently 4th in that bright-colored number 5. That is the battle for the third spot. Luchacki and Tom Carey.
So Luchacki has a preferred lie on the outside, but look at Carey go as he is able to disco his way underneath the 03. They're handcuffed together as they come out of the second corner.
They're all after that number 10 of Ryan Lyman, who runs in the second spot. Woody Pitcat is checked out, basically in a different zip code at this point. The rest of them are chasing him, but right now Lynham's got a mirror full of Luchacki and Tom Carey side by side behind him.
Pitcat can have a lazy boy recliner in the cockpit of that car. He is having a joyride, but Lynham has some visitors. Here's Carey making a move on the inside. They scorch off the corner. Carey has pulled ahead of Lynham.
Yeah, he just got by Derek Luchacki. Luchacki pulled down to go right behind him and follow him through. So Carey goes to second. Luchacki is third, and Lynham runs in the 4th spot.
Carey started 8th, so he has picked up 6 positions since the start of the race. Now a little deeper in the field, Nick Johnson has his hands full because stampeding on the outside, the 35. So he is making a move. That is Albie Ovitt. So Ovid is in a hurry, but nobody is quicker right now. Woody Pitcat, let's see what the margin is as he crosses the line, almost 2 seconds.
Yeah, Pitcat ahead of Tom Carey the 3rd, running in the 2nd spot there. Luchacki by himself in 3rd. Then you've got to go back to Ryan Lynham in the 4th spot. Johnson is 5th. Lewinsky Lowe runs in the 6th spot in that number 17.
Woody Pitcat wrapping up the lap money. The leader of lap number 10 gets a $250 bonus in memory of John Falcone. So that will go into the wallet of Woody Pitcat.
Pitcat, yeah, is the cash register is ringing for him with every lap, and a big one there on lap 10 for the 250. And now he continues to lead the laps. Pitcat in the 91.
And Carey trying to close in, and he has a pretty tough task. Dennis Luchacki, who always seems to run well here at Thompson, running in 3rd. Jake Johnson making the move underneath Lynham. That is the best battle on the track, almost 3 wide, and joining the front was Lewinsky Lowe.
They are all running together right there in the battle for the 4th spot. Down on the inside, trying to wrestle it away from Lynham on the backstretch, and Lewinsky Lowe joins the party.
And Lewinsky Lowe gets underneath Wyman, so he is able to scalpel his way into the number 4 position. Gluchaki in third. But it is Pitcat. Right now the lead is 0.8 of a second. So Carey is gaining ground. And remember, this is a 50-lap feature. Carey has a lot of time. Time and laps are on his side.
As he runs a solid second, Derek Gluchaki all by himself in the third spot. Then you've got Jake Johnson in the 15 mass for fourth. Lewinsky Lowe is fifth. Ryan Lyman back to sixth. Jimmy Renfrew is seventh. And then you got Mark Jennison in the 8th spot in the number 22.
And looking a little frisky right now is Mark Jennison up at the front. The lead is down to 0.7 of a second for Pitcat. So he has lost a couple of tenths of a second in the last 2 laps. Let's see what he does as he is able to jackhammer his way off the corner. And what is the margin between the two drivers as they both cross the line? It is still 0.7 of a second. Mike Benavides, who did not run in the heat race, trying to pick up some ground a little deeper in the field, trying to get past Paul Lawler. And also the white number 15 of Dennis Stunas, running 18th, but up at the front. It has been Woody Pitcat's race since the green flag dropped.
Yeah, he rocketed to the lead right at the start. And right now, Tom Carey is settled into a second, not really gaining on Pitcat, but it won't be long before they encounter some heavy-duty traffic running at the back of the field. It's got about that traffic has about a straightaway on them, but they'll close on it pretty quick because they're clicking off some fast laps.
And Carey now has cut the deficit to 0.6 of a second over Pitcat. We have trouble for the 0-0. That'll be Ovid, so he will crawl off the track.
Yeah, Jimmy Renfrew actually.
Jimmy
0. Excuse me. Team car to Albie Ovid. Don't know that he's going to make it to pit road, and it looks like he's going to stop there.
And that is not a good place to stop. Remember, Woody Pitcat came very close to winning the late model championship here at Thompson a year ago, was involved in a wreck late in the race. It cost him the title. Well, he could get a little revenge by winning this open late model race, working against Tom Carey.
Green flag is out, and Carey will go back to the lead. That's Woody Pitcat back to the lead. Carey will maintain second with a challenge up on the outside by Derek Gluchaki. Gluchaki's down on the inside now in the 0-3. It is tight from second on back.
The outside challenge is being posed by Jake Johnson in the 15. Lewinsky Lowe is next. Rynham in 6. But Woody Pitcat has opened up a lead again by 0.4 of a second. Johnson trying to take sole control of third. Lewinsky Lowe in a shootout with Rynham, and Lewinsky Lowe wins it.
Yeah, he goes to the 4th spot. Fifth spot in the 17. Then it's Lynham, Jennison, and the 31 of Ryan Morgan.
And Lynham is able to rid himself for the time being of Mark Jennison. Then we have the 31 of Ryan Morgan, who is in 8th, Mitchell 9th, and Jersic, remember, he wrecked in the qualifying round. He has moved up to 10th, one of the young drivers on the move.
Closing the gap quite a bit, as a matter of fact, as they're pretty much strung out now around the racetrack as we approach halfway through the act-type late model 50-lap feature. It's been all Woody Pitcat from lap 1.
And his lead over Tom Carey, 0.4 of a second. So that's been about the story for the entire race, as Pitcat, not a huge lead, but a comfortable one.
Pitcat works his way through the 3rd and 4th turn with Tom Carey in tow. And then several car lengths back to Jake Johnson. He's being hounded by Derek Gluchaki now in the 0-3. That's the race for 3rd spot.
And right behind him, Matt Lewinsky-Lowe in the 17. Then we have the 10 around him as he has opened up some breathing room between himself and Mark Jennison. And Ryan Morgan, a pretty fierce competitor in car number 31. Mitchell behind him. And things are getting closer between the top two as, well, it stays the same, 0.4 of a second. So Pitcat, he is running almost, it's like he's got a Xerox machine for a car because he is running the same lap after lap.
And they've just passed the halfway mark, now 26 complete of the Act-type late model 50-lap feature. Tom Carey stays within striking distance, but Woody, keeping tabs on where he is, goes to the throttle as he needs it and opens the lead back up.
Both these drivers have tour experience, so they are used to long races. And right now, leading by the length of a pool table is Woody Pitcat. 0.3 of a second, so Carey gained 1/10 of a second on the last lap. I think Carey's car is good on long runs, and the longer this race stays under green, the more advantageous it is for Tom Carey III.
We will find out as the laps continue to click on as 28 laps complete out of the 50-lap feature. They have left the rest of the field in their dust. Jake Johnson continues to run third. Gluchacki is fourth. Lewinsky-Lowe is fifth. Mike Jennison is sixth. Ryan Morgan is seventh. Ryan Lynham is eighth. Mike Mitchell is ninth.
And it is 0.2 of a second separating Pitcat from Carey. The only difference between now and the last time he read the standings, Ryan Lynham has lost a couple of positions. Carey's deficit, 0.282. He is gaining ground on the 91.
Well, it's one thing to catch him. It's another to pass him. There's only 20 laps to go at this point. Basically the length of a good old Saturday night shootout. And Carey is there, but Woody Pitcat, crafty as he is going to use as much of the racetrack as he can and make Carey work for it.
Pitcat in the Katie's Roadhouse, number 91. He is now 0.3 of a second ahead of Carey. You wonder if Pitcat is going as fast as he can or is saving something just in case he needs it in a double file restart late in the race. He might be on cruise control.
Good point about the fact that saving something for so little ways to go here. 32 complete out of the 50-lap feature, and Pitcat again has opened that lead up a little more comfortable for him now as he races through the third and fourth turns.
Jake Johnson, he has a feel-good story going for him in third. And then Derek Gluchacki has been fourth for a long time. Lewinsky-Lowe has been unable to corral him. But now Ryan Morgan, he is perched on the back bumper of Jennison's car. So Ryan Morgan is trying to cannonball his way close to the 22 car.
That's a pretty good battle right now. Sixth spot at stake between Jennison and Morgan as they race across the stripe.
And Morgan, he is trying to bazooka his way underneath the 22 of Jennison as he goes down low looking for a crevice underneath the Psycho, and he can't find one yet. So Morgan is poised like a cobra behind that number 22 of Jennison. And meanwhile, back up at the front, he's still a 0.3 of a second advantage for Pitcat.
15 laps to go now, coming to 14 to go. And again, Pitcat seems to be able to open it back up when he feels he needs to. And Carey gives chase, but a frustrating chase, no doubt.
As Pitcat is the maestro of the orchestra, he is controlling the tempo, and right now he has built his lead to 0.5 of a second, so Pitcat getting stronger, so maybe he did have a little siesta during the middle portion of this race, but he is back to being Woody Pitcat.
And again, the cash register continues to ring as he picks up dollars every time he leads a lap. So it's going to be a wonderful Christmas for the Pitcat kids this year because Woody's going to build on his shopping list with his big win here tonight.
Well, let's see what happens when he crosses the line. 6/10 of a second. So the lead continues to grow. We have a pretty good joust on the backstretch as Dumas and Lalo are hooking up. So those guys are throwing some sparks. Now, if they look behind them, they'll see the 91 of Woody Pitcat approaching those two slower cars.
Yeah, you can see the back end of Tom Carey's car kind of slide out underneath him when he comes out of turn 4. No doubt the handles are starting to go away on that number 5, and so is Woody Pitcat starting to go away, driving away from him with only 10 laps to go in this 50-lap race.
The drama now, will Woody Pitcat catch up to the two slower cars that are right now 2/3 of a straightaway in front of them? There is Johnson in third, followed by the 03 of Gluchaki. Now Lewinsky Lowe. This is as close as he's been for a long time.
Yeah, that is the race for 4th spot. Lewinsky Lowe starting to close in on Derek Gluchaki. That'll be a great race for 4th with now just 9 laps to go.
Yeah, Lewinsky Lowe trailing by the length of a $5 footload. As out in front is Gluchaki, but not by much. Woody Pitcat, he was 7/10 of a second ahead. Now let's see what happens as he stops across the stripe. He's still 7/10 of a second ahead, so the situation is getting desperate for Carey. And then the best battle for 4th and 5th. Lewinsky Lowe, ready to try to jackknife his way underneath Gluchaki. And he did not get there. Now he's going to try. Coming out of turn number 4, Lewinsky Lowe asserts himself. Gluchaki driving the wheels off that 03.
He gets a pretty good run. He just can't get up alongside. He keeps the nose down underneath there, but he can't do it. He'll try it again going into turn 3.
And this time in turn number 4, a little more under control with Dennis Gluchaki, but that is the shootout for 4th and 5th. Woody Pitcat extending his lead, so when he hits the line, he will be 5 laps away from a big payday.
Works his way off the 4th turn. He sees a handful of laps to go as the 5 to go signal is given. Jake Johnson all by himself in the 3rd spot, and there's that battle for 4th. Still going on down into turn 1.
And getting the bite is Lewinsky Lowe, like he has shark's teeth for tires. By a nostril over Gluchaki as they come into the middle of turns 3 and 4 simultaneously. Maybe a slender advantage for Gluchaki by a teardrop.
Yeah, they almost bounce off of each other, wiggling their way out of turn number 4. But boy, oh boy, Lewinsky Lowe hanging tough down there on the bottom.
And he will try to make one more move. He's running out of laps. Down to 3 to go when they hit the line. Woody Pitcat in total control at the front of the field. He has led for all 47 laps. Now it is a pretty good battle between Jennison and Morgan. That is for 6th place. And a better battle for 4th. Here comes Lewinsky Lowe again.
2 laps to go. 2 to go for Woody Pitcat, who's led it all the way. Still no threat from Tom Carey now in the 2nd place. But yeah, that 4th place battle is going all the way to the wire.
And let's see if Lewinsky Lowe has one more charge left in him. As he is down to the final lap and a half. Woody Pitcat now is leading by more than a second, 1.3 seconds. What will Lewinsky Lowe do against Gluchaki? Morgan getting by top 6.
Yeah, doing it all with less than a lap to go right now, but the checkered flags are going to go in the air, and Woody Pitcat's going to win big time tonight. The Act-Type Late Model Open for Woody Pitcat. Tom Carey the 3rd will finish 2nd. Jake Johnson will be 3rd. Here's that battle for 4th, right down to the line.
All 3.
I think it was Gluchaki.
Yeah, but by a bumper, if that. Gluchaki,
little shot it off.
With the gap you had out front. Yeah, I guess when it's meant to be, it's meant to be. First and foremost, I got to thank Tyler Berry and Anthony Bell. Like, they grabbed those little guys when they were walking across the track. I said, you guys got to grab me some wrenches because the steering wheels, the bolts are falling out of the steering wheels. One missing right here, as we see. So, you gotta thank them for helping me get the win. This is just awesome. I mean, these guys, Jeff Hartwell, I mean, I've been racing with him forever, it seems like. And, you know, we should have won a championship last year. We had a really good car. And I had some bad luck the last race. So to be able to come back here this year, I mean, we won both races, and we've been the class of the field. So it's just awesome. Yeah, the motor was overheating. I almost was like, I kicked myself in the butt for putting tape on the nose, but it shouldn't have got that hot, so we're going to have to check that. But like I said, I can't thank Jeff Hartwell enough, all the sponsors, PLC, Jim Morissette, Oil Services, Air Still Oil, Stephen Lee Pass. Yeah, Katie's Tavern's out here now. They jumped on board, so this is a good way to get victory lane the first night there on the car. Just everybody. I know I missed some people, but like I said, I probably should do a better job because I run so many cars. But like I said, Hartwell and the crew been together forever. Just everybody, they do a great job. A couple of those guys helped me on my tour team and on Stan's car too. So it's just a big group effort, and I'm just happy to be here at Victory Lane.